Alright guys, we're doing a little video that's a little outside the box of my usual stuff. I know I got a horror channel, but I thought you guys might find something a little interesting. This is some of my artwork, some of the stuff that I went to high school and college for. I went to National Vocational Technical School for advertising design. And then I went to college at the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale and continued some of my work there. I continued some work afterwards, but eventually I never was able to find work in the field, so I kind of gave it up, unfortunately. Yeah, it's kind of sad. I have a real hard time with it, you know. But I just thought I'd show some of the stuff that I worked on at that time, and you know. And recently I did actually do one, and this is over the course of several years actually, but this is actually my tribute to Marvel and DC Comics. Obviously I don't own these characters. Obviously DC owns the right to Batman, and Marvel Comics owns the right to Wolverine. But I just recently finished this up after like years. I would do a little bit here and there, you know, but I thought it came out pretty cool with the color and everything. I just recently put the finishing touches on the color of it. Before it was just black and white, but just recently I did the color on it, and I thought it came out pretty nice, so I just thought I'd show you guys. Now, this is one of the characters I created long ago. Her name is Mistress. She's a comic book character that I came up with. And she's actually half vampire, half witch. Which I just thought was kind of cool, you know. And this is a bigger picture of what she's about. Okay, let's try to get a good shot of it. Okay. Alright, so that's Mistress and the Hellhounds. And that's her evil lair, her castle, and her bats, and her mummified dogs that she brought to life by herself, and they are her trusted servants. As I said, Mistress is half vampire, half witch. And she used her witch skills to cast a spell to turn herself into a vampire. So it was just a fun way, I thought, to make a crossbreed character for the comics. And that was actually 100% freehand. None of that was copied from anything. But this is, of course, several of the Marvel Comics characters. And this is 100% freehand as well. This is my tribute to Marvel Comics, and a storyline that ran called Onslaught, which took place in the X-Men universe, where Charles Xavier kind of went nuts and went bad, and he created this character called Onslaught, which almost took over the entire Marvel Universe, and the whole Marvel Universe got involved. So there you see the Thing, you see Gambit, all the X-Men, Captain America, and Spider-Man, of course. And I call it Visions of Onslaught. And this is a collage I did a long time ago of Spider-Man. It's a tribute to Spider-Man comics. Nice little collage there. And I didn't really create all these. I just kind of took them from different Spider-Man comics. This was when I was just a kid, you know. And I was getting into comic book art and trying to do comic book art. But I just thought it was a nice little collage. Obviously, Marvel owns the copyright to the Spider-Man character. And this one here I did when I was in college. I gotta get my hand out of the way so you can get a good look at it. And this is all freehand. This was a project called the stipple effect, where you use all dots to create a piece of art. It's all dots, it's like a million dots, you know, and that's called the stipple effect. Trying to get a closer look there. And here's one I did of the lovely Marilyn Monroe. One of my favorite all-time actresses. Marilyn Monroe, I thought, was an underrated actress. You know, people just thought of her looks, her beautiful looks, and she actually had a lot of great chops in acting. She was a very talented comedian, and she could do serious drama as well, as you've seen in movies like The Misfits. And here's a couple paintings I did when I was in school and college. Here's one of the underwater life, you know, my fish painting. This one actually was displayed in the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale, like in the hallways. And I just thought it was a really cool, like, look at the underworld life of, you know, under the sea, you know. The underwater life, you know, it's very colorful. And I don't know, I kind of like it. Here's another painting I did when I was in college. I'm no expert on birds or anything, but obviously that's an eagle, and I think the one on the left is a swan, and maybe the one on the right is an egret, due to the long legs. I'm not sure, I'm no expert, but I like the color of the beak and everything, you know. It's kind of got a weird feel, it's kind of dark and mysterious, but at the same time kind of like beautiful, you know. Alright guys, and that about does it for now for my works of art. I might do another one at another time, but I just thought I'd show you guys a little of some of the things I did when I was in school, and before school, and after school. And just some fun art that I did. I just thought I'd show off to you guys to do something different for a change, and let you know kind of a different side to me, you know. I once had aspirations of being an artist, you know. Of course, things didn't quite pan out for me, but that's life, you know. It's just how the ball bounces sometimes, you know. And who knows, I hope to get back to it someday, and maybe just do it as a hobby. But I hope to get serious back into it one day. You never know, I hope to do so before I die, and maybe leave some kind of art legacy behind, you know. But there you go, guys. Thanks for watching.